The financial crisis of 2007 and 8 affected all countries, including Bangladesh. People at the base of the pyramid were greatly affected because of the inflation of the daily necessary goods. So what would be the solution? It's to have an inclusive business model which caters to the BOP. And that is DBL Group's Bandhan Fair Price Shop. Bandhan is a Bengali word which means bonding. In DBL's perspective, it means the bonding between the employer and the employee. Bandhan caters to the BOP workers by including them as customers. We have 400 plus products, different products, available within the particular shops. We now have 7 shops, and last year the transactions was over 1.4 million US dollars. Thus, we are providing services to 36,000 plus workers, out of which 86% are within the BOP. To also cater to the high women workforce, we're also providing highly subsidized hygiene products within these particular shops. DBL's impact value chain addresses how we can strategically approach to the SDGs as well as the inclusive business. Bandhan contributes to SDG 1 as it reduces the workers' expenses every month. It also contributes to SDG 3 for that matter, because we are having highly subsidized hygiene products. Health and hygiene is being addressed over here. Furthermore, it contributes to SDG 8 because the workers are having decent economic growth. The more saving that they have, the much better their living standards is. The step-by-step process initially identifies the problems and opportunities that we have for including an inclusive business model. Next, to understand the business impact, we need to put in the inputs and activities. We also put in the expected outputs, which are within the relatively short term, and the outcomes, which are more within the long term. And finally, we tend to understand the impact of it. So we're putting in that these are the things that we require, and then later on, throughout the model, we'll be understanding what is the reality of the impact. Let's take an example of how the hygiene products are helping the BOP women. The challenge they face was with affordability and availability of these products. The output or short-term impact is that they are now more aware of the requirements of these products, and they have these products within the factory premises. The outcome of it, that they have decreased expenses and they have better health. And the overall impact is we have a healthy workforce. Before collecting the data, we had to work with something called the decision-making questions. Questions such as, how much is a worker willing to pay? For example, in the case of the hygiene products, how much are they willing to pay for that? The next step is identify the relevant indicators which will help us with the data collection. Next, we proceeded with the survey to directly interact with the stakeholders, in this case, of course, our workers. And then this will help us understand the impact. So how good we're doing or how much are we doing and what is the performance of it. We did a survey on 202 workers, 112 of whom were women and the rest were male. This ratio roughly reflects the ratio of population that we have in our apparel manufacturing units. The survey itself took about 2 weeks, and 2 further weeks were required to compile and generate the meaningful data from the survey. In addition to the overall satisfaction of the IB model, there were some interesting results. For example, 83% of the women reported that they did not have access or they were not absolutely using the hygiene products before Bandhan was there. So we have contributed to SDGs 3 and SDG 1. Furthermore, women were demanding more of the relatively speaking luxurious products, for example, cosmetics. So this shows that how much their spending has increased in overall. So this is addressing SDG 8, decent work and economic growth. If we look at other statistics, 94% of the workers stated they did not have good alternatives to Bandhan Fair Price Shop. 97% of the workers stated that they are able to save more money because of the reduction of prices due to Bandhan Fair Price Shop. And a further 98% of the workers stated that they were doing much better than other people. As they're going back to the community, they can do the comparison. What the Impact Lab allows us to do is deep diving. The Poverty Probability Index helps us understand the impact of our inclusive business model, not just within the company, but in the economy in overall. It also helps us improve our inclusive business performance. because within the BCtA portal we have other case studies. So this gives us the learning and opportunities that we have to adopt newer models within the company, and this helps us contribute further to Bangladesh with different SDGs. Thank you.